Hi everyone, and welcome back to the little root lab where you're actually joining me on a live session tonight. Actually, running live alerts, and if you can hear a fan in the background, that's because I've actually got a fan on to fan my 2013 MacBook Pro, which is running Linux Ubuntu, and it just keeps the heat down on the main CPU unit. So if you want to join me for a live session, please do, and this is going to be going out on YouTube as well.
The Little Root Lab is a homegrown, self-learning journey into IT and cybersecurity, narrated by Simon Arnold. It is being built from the ground up, documenting progression through systems, networking, and SOC concepts as it develops, including the mistakes, the learning process, and the real-world growth that comes with it. It is hoped that viewers find value in the series and are able to take something useful from the journey as it unfolds. Enjoy.
So hi everyone, and welcome back to the Little Root Lab. And I'm really happy to say that this actually is my own home-built cybersecurity operations center. It's brilliant, actually. So if you haven't followed me before, equipment wise, I'm running 2013 MacBook Pro with Linux installed, and I use Balena and Etcher actually to get that on there. And I've had a few problems over the last couple of days getting really just not necessarily the manager, the indexer, and the Wazuh dashboard running, but I'm finding that the dashboard's just pumping out. It's just clocking out really, and it's just clocked out again. And I'll go through on how to actually, get the dashboard going again really. So, and we use sudo commands on that one. So I'm running two terminals. I've got both of them running active log data, so the very start of SOC, as far as I know. And I'm just checking to see if all the numbers are actually changing in the background. They have been, yes they are, they're still changing. And I'm using a Windows 10 machine on a Fujitsu 2014 base. What have we been doing on that side? Well, let's have a look. It's been a little bit easier with Windows, to be honest. I am running Wazuh on there as the endpoint, and really it's really quite nice to just do kind of far less commands actually on the endpoint, such as get service Wazuh SVC, which I'm looking at now, and start minus process with the notepad, with the important part of actually getting rid of the notepad as well. And then going back to get process. So it's fun. It's something I really love to do, and I just can't wait to get my first SOC or SOC analyst tier 1 job. So if anyone's out there with a position, write to me really, and you can see what level I'm at. So this is what I'm doing it all. I'm basically doing it to document my progress. So we're going to need to just get the Wazuh dashboard on terminal 2 back on. So from what I can remember, it's sudo, I'm going to ask ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, I think, because the dashboard's actually showing me a status 1 failure, I think I need to use sudo systemctl restart Wazuh minus dashboard. Is that correct? And I've found that I've been doing this so much, and it is correct. It's basically, this is self-learning. This isn't going to a school and learning, and I'm not saying that going to a school or university to learn all of this is better or worse or whatever, but this is just repetition all day long, and this is great. This is my second session today. So we're doing sudo systemctl restart Wazuh dashboard, and then of course I'm going to put my password in, but I'm not going to tell you guys. Ha ha ha. And then yeah, we've restarted, and we just need to check the status now. So again, I've got 2 terminals running on Kubuntu, which is lovely. When I do have a little more funds, really, I'd like to get just another separate observer computer, just running a terminal in the background, so I can be an observer, but that will come in time. So I've done the restart, and actually it's really simple. You do the restart normally, and then you go on to status, and yeah, and then it's normally up and going. Let's have a look. So dashboard, and yes, it's back and running, so that's lovely. And yeah, if you've been following me, listen to episode 1, because it's fascinating. I didn't have any prior computer knowledge from, really, I mean, we're talking about November the 3rd. I didn't have any computer knowledge. I only knew I didn't even know what an email was. And somehow Python clicked. I fell in love with Python straight away after just looking at an advert for yeah, a system engineer's job at a local college, and they actually refused my application even though I didn't send it in, which I thought was quite funny, but I did have a bit of a chuckle in the background. And I fell in love with Python, and I was writing Python code after 4 days. It was brilliant. It was really, really good. So what I'm doing right now, which is fantastic and completely open to interpretation here, is on terminal 2, because the active logs are running in the background. And what am I seeing now? I'm still seeing the dashboard service failure. Okay, that's fine, I'm working on it. But then I've got, what was that in the past? I don't know. I'm running a sudo journalctl -u Wazuh Dashboard -n50. If any of you out there can tell me what the 50 is about, that'd be pretty cool, because I'll just commit that to memory then. And here's the funny bit, you know, as a Gen Xer, it's no pager. And I tell you what, I've seen this no pager all the time. It's like, obviously these days we don't use a pager, so there is no pager. So let's see what's going to go on here. And oh goodness me, we have the Wazuh Dashboard service failed with the result. So yeah, so I'm just going to speak to ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is really on the ball here. So ChatGPT with the journalctl and the no pager, it actually came back with the failed with result exit code. So any advice would be great. And yeah, I mean, my journey started with Python using PyCharm. I got fed up with PyCharm because I think it was using an AI device or something, and it's basically trying to tell me what to do, and I didn't want that. I wanted to write my own Python. And then I just jumped into Linux, completely wiped my Mac OS, you know, operating system, and got really into the theory of it all. So I was doing 30 top Linux commands. You know, we're looking at -tulmp, we're looking at greet, we're looking at ping. Oh my goodness, what else? I really like netstat actually. And of course I was doing Linux as well, and it changed from the top 30 commands for Windows, and then it turned into the top 60, and then I was doing the top 60 commands for Linux. And I tell you what, I've had the best 6 months ever. I've had 5 interviews for some top jobs for cybersecurity. I've had cybersecurity companies phoning me up and they're interested, which is brilliant. A big airline unfortunately did you know, say that I wasn't ready for their job because I need the practical experience, and this is why I've got my security operations lab here now running. And yeah, what else? A human resources lady phoned me up and said, I've got a job for you. And then she said, oh, it's SOC tier 2, you're not going to get that. And I said, yeah, that's fine, no problem, completely understand. And she said, you know, if you've got a minute, let's change your CV around a little bit. So we changed the CV around, and a couple of days later I applied for another job. This was actually, yeah, sister IT systems, I think, yeah. And the guy sat there and he gestured with my resume, right? He said, normally this would go in the bin. But I was intrigued, and yeah, it ended up going from one interview in German, because ich bin fließen, also wenn ich Deutsch spreche, und normalerweise spreche ich Deutsch. Und, aber was wirklich toll ist, dass alles wirklich auf Englisch ist, mit dem Terminal und Kubuntu. Und ja, es ist einfach eine Welt für mich, dass es einfach alles auf Englisch ist, ganz ehrlich. So you've just seen that I'm fluent in German, and what it just said, if you don't understand German, is that, you know, this gives me really a platform just to be completely English with the command line and bash and nano and all those wonderful things, really. So yeah, let's have a look. We need to find the root cause for a minute. So I'm just going to put those in with the journalctl, and it's not like it's all coming back to me, all this stuff, because I've committed it all to memory over a 6-month period. Like, I've got an eidetic memory, so I can remember everything, and it's now putting it all into practice. It's beautiful. It's actually beautiful the way that it's all put together. So I'm doing the sudo journalctl Wazuh Dashboard with the N and the 80. I think the 80, isn't it, people out there, if you can help, is actually the last 80 logs. Is that right? Oh, we can't find it. So, oh yes. I mean, my 2013 MacBook Pro is doing a fantastic job. I mean, you know, it's an old soul. I mean, I'm running a fan on it just to keep the CPU a bit chilled out, really. So, and a bit cooler. So I've just done a df-h as well, because I really need to check the disk space. And now I'm running a sudo. I love sudo. And you know what? If I can do everything over the command line, I will. I really don't like kind of just kind of getting involved with the desktop if I can. Really, I just find that I'm so much quicker, and that's probably what a lot of you actually feel with years of experience. So oh, that's beautiful, actually. So remember, I'm on Kubuntu. Oh, come on, guys. So, but it's all a learning process, you see. So I've just stuck in sudo systemctl status Wazuh indexer, and that's fine. And what are we? Yeah, it is. I think, really, isn't it? The 80 is like the last 80 lines there, and yeah, this is an ongoing process, really. So I think what I'm going to do tonight is just carry on here. I'm going to always love having you guys and girls actually with me live, because this is my live system running live logs. So my Windows 10 machine is the endpoint, so it is within my system as well. I tell you what, I am delighted. I'm delighted that within 5 minutes I can get Wazuh up on both computers. And it's so simple. It's so simple. Not to everyone, but it's all right for me. You know, with the get process notepad and the get process and all that stuff. I just love it, really. I think we're going to leave it there. Follow me on LinkedIn. As I put in the commands, I actually put in commands sudo systemctl status Wazuh -manager, Wazuh -index, and Wazuh -dashboard as well, and got that all up and going, just to show everyone out there my progress. Really. And in closing, if any of you out there are listening that have got a SOC analyst tier 1 job for me, which is remote, just get in contact with me on LinkedIn. I love this. I'm always going to be running, logs, and then whatever comes after logs, and this podcast isn't to say, hey, I'm a cybersecurity expert. It's really just following my experience from day to day, and I don't see it as a job. I see it as a passion, really. And even getting a job, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to, because the 5 interviews I've had, they've said that my theory's really, really solid, but the practical experience is missing. And now I'm slowly getting the practical experience from today, and hopefully land myself a really good job. So if there's anyone out there with a SOC job, with a SOC tier 1 junior job, please get in contact, and maybe we can have an interview. So thank you all very much. Sorry about the fan going on in the background, but I've got to keep the CPU a bit slower, a little bit cooler, and yeah, catch you tomorrow perhaps.